Hey, it's Adam here, and you're watching The Culture Hack, where we're talking about how to create engaged workspaces that unlock the potential of your teams and drive your business forward in ways you've never seen. So stay tuned. Hello, and welcome to The Culture Hack. I am super excited to have Thomas Chadwick on with me. He is the founder of NRG Process Solutions, which is a group of companies. Thanks so much for coming on with me, Thomas. Welcome.
Oh, thank you very much. I certainly appreciate the opportunity for this. This sounds wonderful, and I look forward to the opportunity to visit a little bit and share a little bit about my companies, my story, and the things that I've found that work really well.
Okay, amazing. Well, let's start with that. Tell us about the NRG group of companies. What is it you guys do?
Well, NRG is the parent company of all our companies, and we're primarily a sales, project management, and engineering company. Now, we also own other companies. One of them is Westcan Distribution, which is a oil field supply store and also a fabrication company as well. We do a small amount of fabricating there. We started that company to build our treaters that we design. We have a superior treater on the market than anyone else has, and we needed a shop that we could control the construction of that. And then I started another company back in 1983. It was called Chadco Canada. We sold that in 98, and the opportunity came up in 2013 to buy it back. So we jumped on that opportunity, and depending on anyway, sometimes we wondered why we did it, but the fact is it's been a phenomenal experience.
Amazing.
When we bought that, I played Back in Black on my stereo, really loud in the truck, you know.
That is amazing. I love it. Okay. Well,
one of the other companies that we bought is Blue Diamond Design. It's an engineering company. We specialize in the design of pressure vessels to the ASME code. And in order to build a pressure vessel anywhere, you have to have an engineered design that's compliant with the ASME code. And that's what this company specializes in. It's our forte. And we, of course, all of these companies interact with each other because a supply store sells fittings to the others. The engineering company for the vessels provides the CRNs to build the vessels. And of course, the NRG Process Solutions has the interaction with the client base and has the designs on process and engages other engineering firms to solve problems and create solutions for our customers in a fast and better way. We're committed to doing a better job than anybody else, a better job than we did yesterday.
Right. So there's some method to your madness in building all these operating companies into one group. I love it.
Yes, for sure. They all have their strengths. They all have their weaknesses, and there's reasons why we didn't put them all together in one pile. And it's not a financial thing necessarily, but that affects it as well. It's because they have their individual focuses and they need to make money on their own in their own areas to support the fact that they can stay in business.
Right.
And that's been working really well.
Amazing. No, I love that. And you and I talked a lot about leadership and engagement and how you really get a lot of ROI on your engagement of your team and how excited people are to work for the various companies. But first, I want to know, what does engagement mean to you?
Well, we want to have everyone engaged in our organization and in trying to create a positive work environment. The system that I use, I call it management by values. I read about it in the early 90s. I had one company after we sold Chadco. I was under a non-comp for a period, so I started another company, came up with a new idea to heat fluid in tanks, put a patent on it, and approached some of the friends and associates I had to invest money in it, so we spread out the ownership a bit. And then I read about the management by values system, and one of the things that I learned was by implementing the values, we had wrench throwers and cussers and swearers, and people were emotionally unstable and whatnot, and didn't have a real clear path from management too, and so they were just there to make a buck. And so we laid out our values, and let me just bring this into the picture. Value-based management is what I call it. And by laying out the values that we have, and it's based on honesty, integrity, and doing the right thing. We always know what the right thing is to do. Immediately we know this. We all do. And if we sit there and try to think of something else that we could do instead of that, it's because it's going to cost us something, some way, somehow. Maybe money, maybe time, maybe whatever. And we're trying to justify the fact that we don't want to do the right thing. We're committed to doing the right thing as much as we possibly can. We want to create win-win-win relationships so that everyone prospers from whatever we do. We want to make a difference in the world. We want to make a difference in people's lives. And by having this values laid out, everyone that's in the team can make a decision and know that their decision is the right decision. And if it happens to be the decision that they make is going to cost us money, that's not significant. It will work itself out in the end. By laying out the values, we know that we will be in business for a long time. And we've been in business for over 30 some years. And we've been in the ups and downs of the oil patch, which just is like a yo-yo. And we've survived and we've thrived and prospered. And part of the reason for that is the values that we lay out. Customers want to do business with people that they can trust. And they know that they're going to get good value, good service, and good quality people. And that's what we do in hiring people. And a lot of the people that we have on our staff are long-term workers and that are committed to staying with us. Integrity is huge. We're not here to trick anybody, to cheat anybody. We're going to do what we say. Everybody has to produce. This is another one of our values, production. We have to put out and give it our best effort in creating whatever we do. The quality of the product needs to be high. We're committed to creating a better product than anybody else created and doing things that are better than we did yesterday. So we're committed to self-improvement and to doing a better job. The products we build are phenomenal, and they're like cars for the oil and gas industry. So they're really high quality, and we found that by using this management by value system, it becomes really easy to do. I was telling you about this other company that we had. Once we implemented it, we had about 45 staff. We lost about 6. And the ones we lost were the wrench throwers, the cussers, the swearers, the people who didn't want to pick up a broom and clean after themselves because they thought we should get somebody else to do that because they were better than that. And so once we did that, the shop was cleaner. People were treated with more respect. Tools were treated with more respect. People showed up in the morning with a smile on their face, ready to get at it, feeling good. People were happy. And the bottom line is we made more money. So that was incredible. And so from that, I decided to, well, this is great. Let's delve into it more and make it more of a thing. And so this is what we have done. We treat the people that we have. Everyone is treated with respect. We want to hear everyone's ideas about how we can improve and how we can do things better. We don't always follow these ideas, but we want to do that. We want to hear what everybody thinks and hear about their contribution. Everyone has a valuable contribution to make as it relates to moving forward and doing a better job. We need to be profitable, and being profitable, we don't have to worry about that very much, because if we follow these values, we'll be profitable without any problem. And part of the evidence of that is we're still in business through COVID, through the downturn of 2016. We're still going strong and thriving. So, and everybody feels good. People are happy. Professionalism. We want to be professional. We return our emails quickly, respond quickly. We may not have the solution to the problem, but we're working on it, and we communicate clearly. It's part of professionalism. A big part of that is swearing is not part of a culture. We have tradesmen working for us, and some of the tradesmen, maybe, not all, but some, cussing is their second language. So to have them stop swearing is not part of our culture. And everybody swears once in a while. You hit your finger with a hammer and it comes out of your mouth. When it happens, oh, sorry, and we move on. And so what we found is that, and our managers have used this as a tool, to manage staff, and we operate on a high level, stay away from the elementary school playground language and attitude that happens, and act as adults and interact in a professional manner. Proactive, when we see a problem, we deal with it. We bring it up. We discuss it. Can we solve that problem? Is it going to be a problem? Responsibility. We take responsibility for the actions that and when we make mistakes, we take responsibility of that too. We also want to be environmentally responsible, so that we aren't making an environmental mess, and that we're treating the earth with respect as well. This is one of the players in the contract, is the earth, and we need to be environmentally friendly and environmentally respectful. Safety. Safety is a huge thing. It affects the entire culture. And this is what our culture is about making sure that everyone is important, making sure that everyone's life, even not working, is good for them. We don't want to see somebody slip in the parking lot, or when they're shoveling their driveway at home, fall down and hurt themselves. And safety is up here more than anywhere else. It's in your head, and you need to be thinking about it all the time. And whatever you do, you assess the situation. What are the hazards in the area? Is there danger to me? How can I do this job, or whatever it might be, in a safe manner? And that's right from picking up a box to anything that you do. So with these values that I laid out here, we're here to make sure that every person that is in our workforce, this is the best job they've ever had. We work hard. That's a commitment I make to people, that I want this to be the best job you've ever had, but it's a two-way street. And it takes more than just us doing that. And together, we do that. And people say this is the best place I've ever worked. And it's such a rewarding thing when you hear that.
I love that. I love how clear it is. This is who we are, this is how we work, and this is how we win together, right?
Yes.
If you're on board with that, then great. If not, then I'm sure there's somewhere else where you will excel, but just not here. Right?
Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Fantastic. I love that. But it's not always easy, and I'm curious to know. You created the list of values, and you explain it to people. But it's ongoing, it never stops. So are there any particular obstacles or challenges that come to mind that you've had to deal with or are dealing with?
Well, cussing is a big one, that's a challenge. And, but, we're moving forward in a better way, and slowly, people sign on to it, and they adopt it. That would be one of the problems we've had, because it has to do with the personality. The culture nowadays in our society is not one of talking in a way that doesn't involve cussing and swearing. It seems like this is a normal thing. It isn't.
Right. Gotcha. So getting people to buy into these ideas, right? They might ask, well, what does it matter? Right? Well, it doesn't matter, right? We've been running for 35 years. There's a reason, right?
Here's the thing. Every word, this is from physics. From physics. Every word has a frequency. It has an energy, and it has a frequency. And as we move through life, when we select the words that we use, if they have a low frequency, our life is going to go in a low frequency manner. If we can select words that are a higher frequency, our life will move in a higher frequency manner. It's a very simple concept. And energy likes energy. So if you have a particular frequency that you operate at, and it's low level, your life may not all be all that good.
Right. Well, I always really liked definition of, culture and engagement having to do with the flow of energy can move freely through your organization. It doesn't stick in passive aggressiveness or in pettiness or whatever. It flows, right? And I always picture that with like engineering that flow when we think about culture. So very, very cool. Last question for you. As you look to the future, there's been a lot of changes in recent years with hybrid workforces, technology, AI has reared its head, things of that nature. Do you have any ideas of what the future of keeping your team engaged will look like?
Well, certainly things are changing all the time, and we have to change with that. Our job in running any business is managing change. Mm-hmm. And so as we move forward into the future, as long as we follow the things that we believe in, the things that are important in our world and in our lives do not change. People need to be treated with respect, and ideas that they have need to be treated with respect as well, whether or not they're used or whatever. When we talk about AI as far as a change in the world, AI could run away and, we could have the Terminator movie happening in our lives. I don't suspect that'll be the case. We have human beings in place that understand where we're at and where we're going, and we won't allow that as people.
Well, the best quote I heard was, computers are only capable of doing what people have done. It takes a person to do what's never been done before. So
exactly.
I always like that sentiment. Very cool. Well, Tom, I've absolutely enjoyed your point of view, how you've really taken values and turned it into a driver for your business. And it's especially interesting the view on language and the power of the energy to shape your life for better or for worse. So I really want to thank you for your time, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to be on the podcast and interact and share the things that I believe are huge as it relates to managing a 21st century company.
Hey, thanks for watching The Culture Hack. Do you want to chat culture and engagement? Give us a call and come on the show.